That run in your career also included a win on Dana White's Contender Series in June of 2018. You win by TKO. It was your 6th win in a row, and you didn't get the contract. And I'm bringing you back to this moment in which you were absolutely crushed, and you see how he just exhaled there, right? I'm bringing you back to this moment because now I feel like we can really talk about it, because you got to the big show, you realize all this success, you're in the rankings, and you're at a place where I think it's okay to reflect. But what was your mentality at that low point, I would think, of all low points in your career?
I'm not going to lie. Even at a pretty good place in my life now, that one still hurts. What sucks for me, it's weird, man, because this is the greatest I've been in my entire life. I'm in a position in life to where I don't have to worry for anything. It's the first time in my life to where I don't wake up every day checking my bank account, making sure I didn't because I'm getting go out and I'm not worried about anything. I'm good. But that one still hurts because so you guys see on the UFC embedded, all things, they all have the promos and Contender Series veterans, and I should be on there. That kills me. That fight was insane for me because the week before that fight, I tore my groin. And then the first round of the fight, I broke my hand the first punch I threw. And I win that fight the 3rd round after winning every moment of every round with a hook kick knockout. And I don't get signed. And that one burned. That really burned me. That really, really burned me because I'm in that fight. I need to finish this guy. I need to make a statement. But I'm down 2 weapons. What do I do? And I was like, you know what? We'll go for broke here. That episode, they signed Alonzo Minifield, and that was when Greg Hardy got his development deal. Yeah. So that episode was crazy. It was me, Hardy, Minifield, Holland.
Oh, wow.
Who is it? I think Montel Jackson was that one. It was crazy. It was a crazy episode. And so this will sound bad. I'm happy for everyone that gets signed to Contenders. I really am. Because this is a life-changing thing. And for me, even then, even at that time, it would have changed my life completely. It's such a life-changing thing. And guys do so much to get there. And I really want to celebrate every guy that gets that contract because I know what that means to you. But I've been fighting a long time for that. And It's crazy just to be nope. I never got a reason why either. It's just whatever. But now, you'll see a lot of guys get signed on decisions. I've seen guys get signed on losses. And I'm the story of my life, I feel honestly, is that I'm always at the right place at the most inopportune time. Because had I had that performance now in Contenders now, so they kind of loosened up, hey, I would have been great. I would be heralded as a star, but just unfortunately for me, I'm always I'm too early. I'm always too early or too late. I'm never quite on time. So that stuff, that still stings. And I want to be on the Contenders promos, man. Those make me sad. I always see them and I'm come on guys, put me, I won. I didn't get a contract, but I won. And I wanted that, I wanted that because I never got Ultimate Fighter. And I really wanted to be an Ultimate Fighter winner. I really wanted to. And I actually love Brian Battle now, but I briefly hated Brian Battle before I met him because I wanted to beat him up because he was the Ultimate Fighter winner. And I was now I'm going to take you out. I wanted it. I was going to hunt them. I really was. I was going to hunt Ultimate Fighter winners out of spite.
Yeah. Now you should maybe hunt Contender Series guys, but you're absolutely right about that episode. Kevin Holland, Montel Jackson, Greg Hardy, of course, your win over Sean Lally and Alonzo Menifield as well. So yeah, maybe just a numbers game, but hey man, look at you now, bro. Look at you now.
Exactly. It works out. I'm trying to I started meditating. I'm learning to let things go. It's 2023. I'm trying to be a better me. I really am. I'm trying. We're taking steps.
That's hilarious. Hey, man, so your buddy Sean Strickland has a big fight coming up in 4 weeks. Took it on short notice, relatively short notice. What are his chances of going out there and beating someone like Israel Adesanya, who I think is one of the greatest fighters that I've seen compete inside the cage, man? What do you think his mindset is like right now, and what are his chances?
Well, the thing about Sean is this okay, so this is a hard fight. We know it's a hard fight. We talk. She's actually lives across the street here. So we talk a lot. The thing is, we're all aware that this is a really hard fight. This is an uphill battle with the opponent. Izzy's good. They say what you want about Izzy, the person, Izzy, the fighter. he's damn good and he's proved it. Yeah. So this is a hard fight already. On top of 4 weeks notice, 5 weeks notice. It's crossing on the other side of the planet. There's definitely some stumbling blocks in the way to that finish line. But the one for Sean's shortcomings everywhere else, I will say that he, for better or worse, is one of the most headstrong and like mentally resilient people I've ever met in my entire life. Like once Sean decides he's going to do something, then he's going to do it. Like you guys understand. Like, I knew like when Sean fought Kamaru Usman, he brought in D1 wrestler. Like there's 2 D1 wrestlers. We're in California. He brought in these 2 D1 wrestlers. They beat him up every single day. And he lost that Usman fight, and he was like, I did this wrong. I'm going to learn to wrestle my way. So he just, I swear to you, he teaches himself wrestling. And like, because Sean is Sean, like he'll do things wrong, but when all you have is a hammer, he's just like, square peg, round hole. Yeah. People will give up. Sean will force that square peg in there. Like he doesn't care if the hole breaks, if like everything goes wrong, it's going to get in there. So I watched Sean for like 2 years teach himself how to wrestle. And honestly, like I watch him all the time beat up like decorated wrestlers. And it's just one of those things to where he's so mentally resilient and tough that if there's a way to win this fight, I know Sean will find it. Like he's just one of those guys. At the same time, Sean being so mentally resilient and tough has been a disservice. We're at the Pereira fight. We're like, it's an easy way to win. And he's like, no, I'm going to like kickbox this fight. We're like, please don't. And Sean is Sean. So that's the scary part. But if there's a way to win, man, I've got faith that he'll find it. Like I said, for all of his shortcomings, he's probably one of the most mentally tough people I've ever met in my entire life. Yeah,
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
14th ranked UFC middleweight contender Chris Curtis, the Action Man, with us here on the Anik and Florian podcast on social media at ActionMan513. Couple rapid fire questions for you on the way out. You're a good boxer, great jab. How would you fare in a boxing setting against Jake Paul?
Guys, so you know what? I'll give Jake Paul his flowers. Not for the Nick Diaz fight, because that was stupid. But Nate Diaz fight was stupid. But overall, just watching him, he's definitely improved from when he started. He takes it seriously. I'm good friends with Kevin Newman, a boxer who trains with him. Newman's good, and he's like, hey man, Jake actually like he puts the work in, he shows up. So give him his flowers there. But you're not gonna jab overhand your way, like in a boxing setting. Like I will drown Jake Paul in a boxing match. Like it's not even funny. Like I will literally drown that man. As bad as it sounds, like the old coach just said, you drown him like a sack of puppies. And like, so like, that's like terrible as it is. I would drown him like a sack of puppies.